Hello Pisces and welcome to my channel GreenLion Goddess Tarot. This is your fortnightly reading for March the 16th through to the 31st. So we are in your season for a little bit longer until we move into Aries season. We've got Pentacle 7, Saturn, Taurus has come out for you. So this would suggest that there is a period of growth is coming in. And looking at investments of time, money, energy. It may be looking at your schedule about how you can fit some of these things in, but it's kind of like we need room for more because more is coming. So, there is a sense that with this Saturn Taurus energy it's very grounded. It is connected to money a lot of the time and your relationship to body and your relationship to the food that you're eating sometimes as well with this Pentacle 7. But the Saturn energy is kind of saying you do need to sit down and prioritize some things and, because there is a potential for more money to come in or more growth. And so it's wanting you to kind of do things quite methodically and pragmatically and do it kind of right. It's an opportunity to do it right. So that's the energy coming in so far, Pisces. So this reading is for Pisces, Sun, Moon and Rising. I always recommend to watch all three of your placements if you know where they are because they give a more holistic view of what's going on for you, the fuller picture. And Pisces, this is a general reading. Just take what feels right and leave the rest. And if it does really resonate, there will be an extended reading and the link for that will be in the description box below. We have Hermit, Mercury, Virgo, Mercury. Okay, so interesting. The Hermit energy is about going over some of the details as well, but it is an energy of going deep within, finding some answers about where you can bring this growth into your life. And it may be that you need to distance yourself or you may have already felt distance, but the Hermit energy is kind of an energy of solitude and wisdom. So, it's kind of, saying there's an opportunity to really do something right. And so it's kind of maybe need to prioritize some time to yourself with this Hermit energy to kind of work out exactly what this is. Where do you want to see this expansion and growth in your world, especially on the material realm? So the material realms to do with your health, your home, your money, your career. So we've got Pentacle 4, Mercury, Capricorn and Sword King, Aquarius, Crown coming in. So this is kind of interesting because it's saying where have you got some fixed ideas around your stability, around a comfort zone and how to get out of it. It's a very internalized energy of stepping out of a comfort zone into an area of growth. It also may be that there's challenging ideas and new ways of investing your money if you have savings, a new way of using that money as well. So that's kind of coming in too for you, Pisces. So it does feel like you've got something you're working with here on the material realm, some kind of resource that the universe is kind of saying you're looking for some answers here to bring in more growth, and the universe is kind of saying the answers actually lie within you, within your own wisdom. We've got the Ace of Cups. Look at this. The birth of love, the birth of something very beautiful. So very, very lovely energy to be coming through. So the Ace of Cups is a very healing energy as well. It's saying a new cycle is about to begin and you might be feeling very, very differently about things very soon. So this is some interesting energy to come through. Very exciting. A lot of Mercury, a lot of Earth's energy coming in. So there's a lot of decisions, very grounded decisions or organization and planning to come through. The Ace of Cups crossed by the Nine of Swords. So, look, I mean, there is something new beginning, but you might be feeling a bit tired. The Four of Wands, it was all to do with what you want. Wheel of Fortune, things are all about to change. There's fate stepping in. The Queen of Cups, okay. The Eight of Swords. So it really is your mind's getting a bit of a work over any kind of limited thinking. It's kind of like the universe is questioning it. The Death card, you are transforming and changing. You've got that and the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, the Sun, there's a lot of clarity coming in around you, and the Sun is in your sign at this moment in time. The Sun is coming in, energizing you, giving you clarity, giving you some vitality. So you utilize that energy because this is where you can put some of that energy that you've received. Your solar batteries have just been recharged going through your season, and it's a sense of now you've got this energy, where do you want to put it into some sort of practical implementation? The Nine of Swords, so this can be stress, worries, just a lot of thinking, not a lot to think about here. And we have the Eight of Pentacles, getting down to work. Okay, so this is definitely could be something to do with your work as well. I want to pull one more card. Ooh, and there's also love coming in, or work relationships for some of you. So very nice. And at the base, we've got the World card. Okay, so Saturn and the World is all around cycles, things ending. It's around time. So it's saying you're probably getting a message now that there's a cycle ending, and it's time to get ready for the new, to get prepared and plan and assess where you're at, where you've landed now, and where you want to go to in the near future. Well, not even in the near future, in this new cycle that's beginning. So the World card is saying, yes, there is a cycle completing, but this is what we're seeing here. There's this fabulous new cycle beginning, this Ace of Cups, which is really, really beautiful cycle to come in. So one of the most absolutely lovely ones. And the Ace of Cups represents the birth of something very, very beautiful into your life. It can be healing. It can be love. It can be a very emotional time. Like we said, you can be feeling very differently about things. So it can be a new relationship. We've got the Two of Cups coming in as well, or just working at a existing relationship. You're crossed by the Nine of Wands, so it's kind of like there's a part of you that is just soul weary. It's a part of you that's like, do I have the energy to step into this? A little bit wary of this new energy that's coming in, the new way you're feeling about things, because you could just be like tired, like physically a little bit tired as well, with this Nine of Wands, or just, you've been through things like this before, and it's like, is this going to be the same as last time kind of energy you could be thinking in your conscious mind, but it actually feels different this time. In your conscious mind, you've got the Four of Wands. So this is happy home, happy heart. This is happiness and balance. This is what around the home, harmony, comfort, serenity, joy around the home. And this is also, when it comes down to it, it's setting a very solid foundation about what it is that you truly want here. Now, it's kind of interesting. This is in your conscious mind. So this is something you're either bringing in, or you're thinking about, or maybe at the forefront of your consciousness coming in. And it's kind of interesting because you've got two fours, the Four of Pentacles and the Four of Wands, which would suggest that there's been some questioning of foundations and things are about to shift and change. So it's kind of interesting. And you're being given plenty of planning and messaging to plan. The Wheel of Fortune coming in at the base. I love this. This is the root of the issue. This is what's happening deep down. And this is that things are shifting and changing. And this, you're shifting and changing. And you know that things can't stay the way that they are, because there's fated things coming in here for you, and the universe is giving you that message that there is things that it wants you to open up to more, like we said. And so, yes, the Wheel of Fortune is Jupiter. It's the planet of expansion and good fortune. So it wants to expand and bring in whatever energy you are connecting to at this moment in time. And so if you're holding on really tightly to something for fear of letting go, it's going to expand on into that energy. Whereas if you're in the Pentacle 7 energy, the Saturn Taurus, where you're going, it's time to step into out of a comfort zone and step into a growth period. Expansion and growth is what's coming in, and you yourself, that's what's happening. So your outer world's just kind of reflecting your inner world, which is kind of interesting, because we look at your inner world, we've got the Queen of Cups and the Hermit, which are both very inward retreat kind of energies, where you just kind of go within to see how you're feeling for a start with this Queen of Cups, see what you're thinking about, see where you're heading. So there's been this kind of sense of going deep within. The Queen of Cups in the recent past, this is a very nice energy. It's an energy of love and compassion, nurturing. This could be someone around you that was giving you, that you are receiving a lot of this from. This could be an aspect of you. It's a mother energy. It's somebody that kind of, or it's an energy of feeling loved or looked after. Or, this is what you've been connecting to or wanting to fill your cup with. The Queen of Cups, she's looking at her cup, perhaps going, and it's not gender specific, but it's like going, okay, I'm going deep within and seeing how much love or intuition and energy I've got left in this cup, because look what's coming in. I feel like things are about to shift and change, and I'm ready to fill it again with this beautiful new cycle that's coming through. So there's been a sense of deep reflection that could come through through a deep emotional connection. So it's interesting in the near future, you know, this is Pentacle 4, Mercury, Capricorn, and Sword King is holding on to some kind of fixed idea about something in particular related to your material realm as well. And in the near future, we've got the Eight of Swords, which is feeling a little bit stuck. It's kind of looking at limited ways of thinking as well. You can break free from this quite easily. This is the message of this Eight of Swords. And so there's been, like I said, there's been a bit of a makeover done with some of the thoughts that you're going on around, or thoughts or fears, or, you know, what you can see ahead, or what you can see that you can open up to as terms of a possibility. That's all being given a big, deep clean. So we've got you turning up as a Death card, which is the card of transformation. You're ready to transform and change. Whether, you know, you're with this in the Wheel of Fortune, there's the sense that even, you know, fate is part will and part things. It's a merry balance and dance between external events that feel like they're happening to you, and plus also feeling you're in control with your own willpower and, you know, how you respond to events. And the Death energy is very much transformational change. You are transforming and changing. And so what I love is you've got the sun around you. And like we said, the sun is in your sign. But this is, you know, feeling like it feels like it's being very, very positively supported, this deep transformation and change, especially when it comes to love, your heart, and what it is that you truly need, but also on that material realm. So the Sun card represents breakthroughs, happiness, clarity. It all starts... Everything revolves around the sun. So there's a sense of something around you in your environment that everything is starting to revolve around, and you're starting to go, okay, I need to bring some more harmony and growth into that area. So what you don't want is probably this Nine of Swords, which is stress, worry, waking up in the middle of the night, fear, rumination. So this Nine of Swords is kind of like, I don't want to be worried or thinking or feeling like limited anymore, because we've got the Eight of Swords. But that's just a hope and a fear. And sometimes the Nine of Swords is fear for fear's sake. It's unreal fears, things that will probably never happen. And the fact it's in the fear energy is kind of would suggest that there could be a little bit of that happening, and that could be what's hindering you with this Eight of Swords energy. Now, in the near future, you've got the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups. So this is work, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Two of Cups is love. So work and love. But if we look at it together, it's working on a relationship or relationships in general in your life. So, you know, we can see you're going to be feeling very different. There's going to be more growth going into it. Cycles are ending, and it's about just naturally transitioning into the new growth cycles in terms of your love and relationships and where that's bringing you. Now, for some of you with this in the Ace of Cups, this is new love coming in, a new relationship coming in, which is really fantastic. Now, the fact is next to the Eight of Pentacles is this is something either you're going to want to put a lot of time and effort and energy into, or this is a new relationship that is coming in around your workplace or career or whatever it is that you spend a lot of time doing. So the Eight of Pentacles can be, like I said, a workplace relationship that can be both romantic, but also can just be somebody that you are kind of wanting to work with on something as well. So, you know, there's this lovely collaborative energy. There's this lovely partnership. There's healing around this. There's a sense of greater ease coming in because we're seeing this with the Four of Wands. This is harmony within relationships. We've got the 11-11. So, yeah, I do think if you're going through any kind of relationship troubles and you want to kind of overcome and reconnect, this is a wonderful time for this to happen. If you're looking for new connections or a new burst of energy with any kind of work, hobby, social group, this is also a fabulous time for that. And Yeah, I just think it's just in general opening you up to new relationships and growth within that, which is really lovely. So we have the World card, which is freedom from an old cycle. Something has naturally shifted and ended. And what I've been seeing in a lot of the readings, I've got the World card in virtually every reading, because it's like, and with Saturn here as well, it's very much saying, a cycle, a much longer cycle, and I feel like this is a soul growth cycle, is completing and finishing, and it's time for you to step into this new, which we're getting that message. So let's pull an affirmation card for you. So I feel like this is a big cycle around how you have been opened up to people, relationships, how you've been working and responding to that, but also then that by opening up to a big, huge transformation and shift and change and something fated that's coming in, it's bringing something in the material realm as well. So it's kind of interesting. So let's see. We've got, I am willing to change. That was the card that was on the top, and I just got exactly the same card for Aries as well. It says, I'm willing to release old negative beliefs. They are only thoughts that stand in my way. My new thoughts are positive and fulfilling. And I had shuffled the deck. And it's kind of funny. I was looking at that going, that would be perfect for Pisces, but they're not going to get exactly the same card, but you did. Okay, so let's finish this off with a charm. We've got the electric guitar. So that usually comes in when things are about to amp up, when things are about to get electric, quite literally, when there's a loud message or a very strong frequency that you can tap into here, and it's suddenly like, you are plugged into this new frequency, and it's strong, it's powerful. It could potentially, there could be a message that could go further than you think here. But it's got this sense of almost rebellion as well to it. So it's kind of, I just get like, you've been plugged into this frequency that suddenly feels like there's just so much more power connected to it. And I do feel like it is connected to this frequency of love. And so, yeah, this is kind of, but in doing that, it's also the frequency of being, it's opening you up to manifestation as well. So, yeah, fantastic reading coming through for you, Pisces. And I do feel like this is kind of like, because you've been through your season, you've had that injection of energy from the sun, and now it's like, okay, I'm ready to step into something new. I'm fully charged here. I'm electric. So this energy's got to go somewhere, and it can't remain in a place that I've been holding on to. It wants to grow and expand. So that's it. I'm going to take it over to the extended reading now. We're going to see where it all is going. Where this new relationship that's coming in, or this relationship, this new energy or cycle within a relationship that's birthing. Let's look and see where this is all heading in the near future and the future beyond, as well as we'll pull any clarifiers or any other intuitive messages that you need to hear. And we'll also tune in and focus in on career, money, love, and relationships, and really focus in on those three areas. So that's all in the extended reading. Love it if you come over. The link is in the description box below. And if this is where we're leaving each other, Pisces, enjoy the rest of your season. I hope it's a blessed one. And please like, subscribe, share, leave a comment, because that lets YouTube know you support this content and helps with the growth of the channel. Take care.